Welcome to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea. We are into summer at this point, and I'm so excited to make a few quick announcements for some stuff coming up. This weekend, we are having our first major event at Swap-O-Rama at all of the locations.
Okay.
Which I know you know about too, and are super excited.
So excited.
I think we mentioned it in one episode, but now we can finally be live with it. But we
can finally spill the tea about it.
Yes, I know. Sometimes the tea's got to brew before we let it go.
I like that.
But we are having Lucha Libre. This is a company in California, so really good wrestlers that are coming in from Mexico City, from Chicago, from California. So we're really pumped. They are going to be at Alsip on the 17th, Ashland on Sunday the 18th, and then Melrose Park Monday the 19th. All locations will also be open Monday the 19th, which is Juneteenth, regular hours inside and outside from 7 to 2 p.m. So we're really excited for that too.
Are you talking for Monday the 19th?
Yeah.
So what time is the actual event match going on?
Okay, so it's regular market hours, 7
to 4.
7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay.
And then matches are at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Okay.
And in between, you can take pictures with the wrestlers, chat with us. We'll be there. And yeah, there'll be DJs, food, all the shopping you can possibly think of. So it's going to be fun.
One last question.
Yeah.
Is there an additional fee to watch the match, or is it the, normal fee to get into the flea market?
Great question. It is just normal admission, $2 at all locations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So exciting.
I know. We're so excited. So come spend Father's Day weekend with us. Come spend Juneteenth with us. We are so excited. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Awesome. What else do we have going on?
And then the following weekend is our pop-up market in Peotone, the 25th.
Okay.
On Sunday. Any sellers, it's $25 a space. There's covered spots. There's outdoor spots. It's all a really nice fairground. It's on fairground, so it's all just like a really nice open air market. It's different, but fun.
Same question.
Yeah.
$2 to get into that market as well?
No, that market's different. It's $1 to get in.
Okay.
Free for seniors, free for kids.
Kids under 12?
12. Yeah. Perfect. Yes.
I got you.
It.
See?
We love that. So yeah, we have some really exciting things coming up, and we're getting in there. We're getting in the full swing of summer. So spend your swap summer with us.
We are so excited that summer is here. It's also kind of crazy to me that we are literally in summer again.
I know.
I feel like
wild.
Summer was just here.
Right. It is.
But now we're back.
We're halfway through the year.
We're outside, guys.
We are outside. Summer swap is unlike anything else. So
yeah, I mean,
get there.
Quickly.
Okay, so today I want to talk about something that's a little, we like to spill the tea, but this one, if there's one topic I think that a lot of people are maybe a little insecure about or don't love talking about,
Inflation.
Money. Yeah, it's that topic, So obviously, we've been hearing this word inflation get tossed around a ton, especially in the past few years.
I would say especially in the last 9 months.
For sure.
Definitely. It's really become in everyone's vocabulary.
I mean, it's been in my, I feel like it's been on the news vocabulary since COVID, right? Ever since when things started to pick back up and things started opening back up, it was this big buzzword. And I'm not going to lie, I took a lot of econ classes, but I really didn't know exactly what everything was meaning other than price increases, right? Whether it was gas for a little while,
groceries.
Bills. Yeah, I think the number one thing has been food prices that, we went from $5, produce, meats, whatever, to now almost double or triple that, which is wild.
Well, I was just kind of talking about this with some of my friends, and I feel like it's almost cheaper to go out to eat or go get food outside of your house and the grocery store than it is to do a full restock of your fridge.
Yeah, but even that, isn't it crazy how I remember, at least in the city, it used to be $3 happy hour drinks.
Oh,
and
that's
then
not a thing anymore.
Appetizers or something. And now so even that has gone up, those prices, which I understand. I mean, obviously if our grocery bills are going up, their grocery bills are going up. So it's just it's insane. As much as I get that, I feel like, whoa, I guess I wasn't prepared for.
Well, I kind of mentioned this
hikes.
in a previous episode. Like everyone's bills are going up, whether
Right.
that's your water, electricity bill,
Yeah.
rent's going up, groceries are going up. I just got my hair done. The price of getting your hair done is going up. Your nails,
yeah.
everything is increasing. But once again, like I've said before, nobody's paycheck is increasing. Nobody's salary is increasing. So it's like, what do we do from here?
Yeah. Well, and that's exactly what the definition of inflation is. It's the rise of a percentage rise of goods and services.
Yeah.
Because I know in my mind, like when I hear that, I'm just thinking about price tags, not necessarily the services. And same thing, your nail techs or like car repairs, like
It's literally everything.
well, even day-to-day things. You can get an oil change back in the day for like $20.
I was going to say, wasn't it like less than 30?
Yeah,
I haven't had a car in a while, but
you definitely can't do that anymore.
No,
So yeah, we're no experts here, so we're gonna talk just kind of on our behalf and things
High
that
level.
we're saying. Yeah, but some of the research that I did do is just saying that this definitely, depending on inflation overall, could be a positive or a negative. We obviously as consumers look at it as a negative, but people that have invested in things, it is kind of more of a positive outlook on them because some of their property advantages will take off. And so whatever that looks like for folks, but for the most part,
for your average American
citizen,
it's
it's
been a little troubling.
Yeah, so I kind of looked at the US Bureau and Forbes and certain things, and a lot of those experts are saying that all of those sources said that we are finally under 5%, which in the past 2 years is the lowest it's been. And then also they are predicting that we are trending in the right direction and things will get kind of back to normal. Whatever normal was.
I don't even remember. Honestly, I don't remember what normal was like since like before COVID.
I know.
So I am very interested in seeing kind of like what happens from here.
Yeah.
And how everything kind of balances out.
Yeah, definitely. So I did mention earlier that food is like the number one price increase overall in all of these like services and things. Which SwapORama has food. So if you ever need to get produce or anything, check us out.
I will say the produce selection at Swap is so good. And I think it's like the fact that every time you go, there's more.
Right.
So you know that it's fresh, it's locally grown.
Yeah.
And the price is so good. I mean, what did we just buy? 5 lemons for $1.
Right.
Like you're not going to find that at your grocery store. And I know that there's other places like Aldi and other, areas that you can shop that are a little bit more affordable for people. For me, I've just seen produce especially is an absolute must when I go there.
Well, yeah, and to your point, it's like when you do go to something more affordable, an Aldi, a smaller grocery store or something, everyone wipes it out. That's the other thing. Like it's your selection,
Supply,
is very limited. So I know our swap vendors do a really awesome job of like keeping everything
in stock
that they have in stock and doing the best that they can to get affordable prices to then translate to the consumer affordable price. So I love that. But a few questions here that I have for you would be, what are some like huge noticeable differences that you've seen in like your day-to-day life? I think you touched on a few, but like
services would be one.
Okay.
So I get my hair done, I get my nails done. Those prices have all increased. I don't want to say tremendously, but they've definitely gone up.
Right.
Food, another one. Groceries, water bottles, a pack. Like I love sparkling water. Spindrift is like my absolute favorite. No joke, was at Trader Joe's yesterday, which I also feel like has good prices on food and produce. 8-pack of lemon Spindrift was like almost $8. It's just kind of crazy to see like the stuff that you used to buy every day and that like you would always have here, just how much it's like actually going up. So for me, I think it would be like personal hygiene services, food and drinks. Third, I don't have a car. So like I don't really have like anything there that I can like compare to as far as like driving, gas. But I will also say like shipping. So like I order stuff online, the shipping prices are also crazy.
Yeah.
Even if you go to like the post office to ship something, it's now $15. And I'm like, it's literally gone up in $3 in 2 months. So for me, I feel like the biggest thing would be like personal hygiene services and like food and drink. Clothing wise is kind of like, I feel like the same.
Yeah.
But I would say like those would be my top two. And I just think products in general. So, you know, I love makeup and skincare. And so like makeup and skincare products now are, I feel like every brand has kind of increased all of their products by like $2 or $3.
Yeah.
But when you're buying 5 things that are each $30, it's like, okay, that $3, it adds up.
Definitely. That goes to my next question, which how has your spending changed? And that significantly for me too. It's like, I used to be like, oh, I'll get this, you know, facial cleanser that's, I don't know, I'll throw in Neutrogena or, you know, a higher end brand. But now I'm kind of looking at maybe the Sephora brand or the Ulta brand or something that's a little bit better priced because, you know, I'd rather save $2 or $3 there and then do something else.
Yeah.
I think also too that we haven't mentioned is also like traveling has significantly increased.
So overall, that's like
airline prices, like
and good luck when you
cars,
go to the airport or like are on a flight. They don't give you shit anymore. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I mean, there you get nothing. But like before, at least you would get like a drink and like pretzels or a snack. Like now here you go. Better come prepared or have your card ready
if you really need something. Yeah.
Definitely. I would say definitely travel prices have absolutely gone up. You know, I rent cars every time I like drive back to Michigan. So those prices have, you know, obviously increased as well. But I definitely think for me, what's changed with my spending, that's what you're asking, like what I'm doing differently. So like we've kind of touched on before, you know, I'm really big into name brand designer things.
No.
Yeah, I've had to learn how to do a whole budget and budgeting, which is like something I never really like paid attention to before, just to like kind of like maintain the same lifestyle that like I've always had and that like I enjoy having.
For sure.
So for me, I think it would be, you know, like when I run out of makeup stuff or skincare stuff or whatever the case may be, one, the question is like, do I actually need to rebuy this exact product? Or two, is it like, is there something that I can find that's similar, that's a little bit more affordable, budget friendly?
Right.
So I think that would be like one thing I would, you know, I'm kind of doing. It's just, there's nothing that's like really changing. Like my spending habits, I guess, have not really, I don't want to say have not changed. I'm spending my money differently so that I can still like live the life I want.
Sure.
So like the extra like stupid fun stuff that like is not necessarily like a must. For instance, me buying a new designer bag could probably wait. You know what I mean? Like there's other things that like I can spend my money on, and I still love traveling and like doing long weekends. So I guess for me right now, it's just like a priority. Like what's more of a priority for me? Is it this bag? I have 100 designer bags, or is it, you know, the experience of like going out with friends and family and traveling, or going out to dinner, to nice dinners.
Right.
So I think for me, it's just kind of more of like a conscientious effort of like what I actually want to spend my money on.
Right.
What about you?
I think for me, number one, during this time, it's been really hard to save. Normally, I've been a person where, you know, I would take a part of my income and put it away immediately. And so because everything is so much higher, I don't really have that wiggle room sometimes. So I would say that's kind of like my number one, the hardest thing for me right now is to actually save for a rainy day and put money away, if you will. But I think similar to you, I used to be that shopper, for example, at a grocery store where I would go down the aisle and be like, oh, that sounds good. And this sounds good. And I'll have this.
Those days are over.
And then I would open the fridge and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to open this broccoli. And now it's like molding and I'm tossing it. Now I am so much more thoughtful where I am like, okay, I will eat this broccoli. I'm not going to get this lettuce. I won't get this. Like, I'm going to eat this, you know, or just really kind of actually planning things out better. is kind of one of my biggest things right now. Like you said, it's just kind of, well, okay, I'm going out on Friday.
Right.
Do I need to go out on Saturday morning and evening?
Right.
Or you're kind of just thinking about things a little bit differently.
I do want to add that, like, I feel like the whole saving thing is not just you. I feel like that's like across the board.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, family, we have very like open communication and direct conversations, I would say. And I'm not joking when I say literally every single person has had the same conversation with me about inflation and about not saving like they used to. And I know this, like, I'm not saying that like don't save. It's okay you're not saving because no one else is saving, but it almost makes you feel a little bit better knowing that everyone else or a lot of the majority is in the same situation that you are.
Right. Yeah.
For me, at least.
Definitely. I 100% agree. And I just think we just have to do we're all just trying to do the best we can.
You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great, sweetie.
Well, I also found some tips here that I thought were pretty helpful.
Okay.
So this is kind of 5 tips to survive inflation according to NerdWallet. So they're saying just same things that we've kind of said. So maybe we are experts. I don't know.
Ooh.
But they're saying just reassess your spending habits, which duh. Take on new debt sparingly, which you've covered. You know, don't make a big purchase if you don't really need to right now. Try to, stick it out, especially during this time.
Right.
Become a sale shopper, which like we said, I mean, I don't like clip coupons by any means, but definitely when I'm in store, I will absolutely look, at something that's a better buy. Maximize loyalty and rewards programs.
That's like one thing I feel like a lot of people don't do though, is like even looking at their credit card companies and what credit cards they have and seeing the options, that they have for cashback, rewards. Certain cards give you, an Uber discount, a Lyft discount, an Amazon discount. It kind of just like, you kind of just got to, the unfortunate thing is these credit card companies are not just putting that out there. You have to do the research and figure it out for yourself or hope that someone tells you word of mouth.
It's even something simple as going to the movies on a Tuesday where it's $5 versus like the weekend, so make a Tuesday after work, kind of a fun event with your friend versus like a weekend where it's double the price or something. And then finally, be strategic with your savings. Think long-term rainy day, which I think we all know, but just have to get there. So now I will say I am the expert. I put together five ways how swap can help during this time.
Okay. Actually, I feel like this is great.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think number 1, being consistent with new merchandise and great prices, great produce prices we've talked about. So going to Swap and actually realizing that they do have the latest and greatest items. They will give you the best price. The vendors are most of the time willing to work with you on your budget. And so give them a chance, definitely. I think number 2, a tip would be repurpose or get something secondhand. I know we were at the market yesterday and I don't know if you caught it, but we were there towards the end of the day as well. And there was a vendor screaming like free, everything is free.
I did.
So there was just a bunch of tables of clothing and they were giving everything away for free. So I think taking advantage of that is huge, right? You can
not to mention
clothe your family for free.
Well, also too, I want to say like, going to Swap and like seeing the clothes. Half of the clothes that I have seen there have tags on them.
Right.
They are literally never worn, never used.
Yeah.
Which
absolutely.
Is like, how are you going to go to Target and find this exact same tank top? Because I've seen the brands.
Right.
That's $1.
Yeah.
50 cents.
You just can't compare.
You can't beat it.
Yeah. And then of course too, like we've seen so many awesome pieces of furniture or items that definitely could be refurbished. Just adding some paint and simple things that is way more minimal than spending hundreds of dollars on a new ottoman or something like that, which I think is great. So another tip I have would be become a seller. It's definitely helpful, whether it's, something that you're passionate about or just selling items from your own home. I think that's a great idea in terms of getting more money.
So one question I have, if you were to become a seller, are most of the sellers taking only cash, or is there, any that have like a Square or like there's an electronic payment you know, if I'm walking into the flea market swap next Saturday, I have never been here, I should probably have cash on me, correct?
So I think vendors are getting a little bit more savvy where they'll have Venmos, they have
Cash App.
Zelle. Yeah, they're definitely, it depends, right? I mean, we leave that up to
Case
each
by
seller.
case, yeah.
Exactly. So there are some sellers that have Square. There are some that are just old school and cash only.
Okay.
And then there are, you know, other people that have their QR codes to scan and you can pay them that way. We have ATMs too.
I was going to just ask,
yeah,
you
so
have
always,
ATMs, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we always try to help you out as much as we can. So
I love that.
yeah. And then also negotiate and hunt for what you're looking for, right? I mean,
We did that.
what better way than, you know, especially if you are shopping for a family or shopping for you and a significant other or whatever that looks like. I think a lot of vendors are open to, you know, if you're buying an item from them, you know, they will, you know, let you do 2 for $7 instead of that 2 for $10. And, you know, I'm not quoting all of them here, but for the most part, they are willing to work with you. Or
Sure.
if you do only have $10 for an item and it's for 12, you might get it for that 10, you know? So definitely get out there and try to get what you can. And I think you'd be surprised on what you can get. And then finally, just come have fun. Like, things are so expensive and I get that, but for $2, especially you and I know, walking around and just the experience of like music, fresh air, I mean, it's worth it to me, right? Like, you don't really have to take a family to an amusement park or make memories in that way, something that's super expensive. You can definitely do it in your backyard, whether it's at Alsip, Melrose Park, Ashland, wherever. It's a good time and you will have a good time. So
I agree.
I think that
it
too.
is such a vibe, especially like summer swap. I'm like the music. We're living out here, baby. We're outside.
We are. So I wanted to wrap up this episode with talking about kind of, I don't want to say it's a swap competitor, but definitely we get a lot of folks that will say, you know, well, Walmart's cheaper, Amazon's cheaper, the dollar store's cheaper and things like that. So I actually took matters into my own hands with certain items that I bought from Swap.
Okay.
And price check them to Walmart.
Okay.
So we're going to do a Walmart versus Swap. So I'm kind of curious to maybe hear what you think the price would be and who you think is higher or lower. Okay. So the first thing we found was an iPhone 13 phone case. It was one of those MagSafe ones.
Okay. So it can charge on like a wireless charger.
Correct. So what do you think the price on that would have been?
At Walmart?
Yeah.
$35. $35.99.
A little lower. So it was $16.88.
Okay.
Because it's an iPhone 13. So
the
lesser one.
Okay.
And then at Swap, you can get them depending on color options or whatever for $10 to $15.
Okay.
So that right there. Swap definitely has a thing. Number 2, laundry detergent.
Laundry detergent is expensive because I feel like I'm buying it all the damn time.
Yeah. What do you think the price would be on 312 ounces?
312 ounces?
So yeah, so like
it's
a big
one. Mm-hmm. Ooh, $30.
Well, okay, not as much. Well, it depends. I think... Actually, you might be right on Tide.
I was going to say Tide is expensive.
Okay, so I got Purex.
Okay.
It was 312 ounces, $16.97. At Swap, I found a 5-gallon bucket which is 640 ounces, so double for $10.
Okay.
So
Steal.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to cart around a 5-gallon bucket. But hey, like,
it works.
if you have a family and you're constantly washing, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. OPI nail polish. Do you think Walmart or Swap was lower?
Swap.
For sure. So I found this like muted pink color for $7.39 at Walmart. Yesterday, I went to Swap and found a similar color, but was actually more in trend. It was like a bolder pink for $1.
Love that. I'm also so glad you didn't say white.
Yeah. No.
Hashtag no white nails anymore.
Okay. No white nails. Okay. So another thing, we did a Instagram post on this a couple days ago. It was a Paw Patrol toy. It was like a ride-on toy.
Yep. Oh, those are expensive.
Okay. Well, I was curious here because when we asked the vendor the price, it was pretty hardy. If you remember, he said $125.
I was going to say it was over $100.
Whoa, that's a lot, right?
No.
I looked at the same exact toy at Walmart.
It's probably $300.
$199.
Okay.
Which I was like, whoa, like I just was not expecting that. And like I said, I thought
Those Power Wheel toys are like expensive.
Well, but really, I mean, it was $75.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. Okay, then a big swap item, if you will, is an LED portable speaker. One of those like karaoke ones style. So again, swap, depending on the vendor, depending on the location, you can find really great prices on these. This particular one that I saw was $25. I looked for a very similar one at Walmart. It was on sale for $38.99. So still a better deal there too. And both of them were not like a major brand. So, you know, I mean, obviously like Sony or things like that would be more expensive. But even at Swap, you could probably get those better. But socks. If you know, you know.
Socks are expensive. I don't know why. I'm like, it's just like 100% cotton. Should I start knitting? What are we doing here?
What's going on?
Why?
What's going on?
I know Swap has like a great deal on.
If you know Swap, you know socks. Okay, so here, and again, I'm like, a 12 pack for $10? Like, why? You know, like, I don't know why that's like a big spend to me when I'm like,
because it's like, you're like, yeah, do I really need socks that bad?
I know, you do, but it's like, of course. I don't know. It's just one of those like weird spends that you don't want to do. Well, anyways, Swap had $10 or less, depending on color, if you wanted ankle, whatever. A 12 pack for $10, Walmart, $10.98.
Wow.
So, yeah. Then I found a Starbucks Pike Place K-Cup 22 count.
That's pricey.
You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Again, one of those things where I'm like, I saw it at Swap and I'm like, $10 for 22 K-Cups. Like,
it's like over 20.
Heck? It was $16.97. We paid $10 at Swap.
Okay.
That's wild.
Yeah.
$16.98 for some K-Cups.
I'm telling you, the price of life is going up, baby.
We need to survive. So
the price of life is going up.
Give me the Pike Place. Okay, next was a like boho style shower curtain. So it was like white with like gray stripes on the bottom. I found this at Swap. I'm like, whoa, this is a good deal. I have to see what the price comparison is. At SwapORama, brand new, never opened. There was like stacks of them, like he had several. $5, okay, for a shower curtain. Your standard, I don't know what they are, 60 by 78, whatever.
Your normal,
$19.29 Walmart. Very similar pattern. So it's like, whoa, that is wild to me as well.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Women's plush set. So I went off of the one that we bought for
a few months back. Yeah,
during the winter, which was like all the rage. What was that? $20, right? Or $25 for that set?
It was $20
for that set. Came in a variety of colors. Very plush, really cute.
Think like Skims, cozy,
definitely
Sherpa, top bottom.
I mean, that was like your go-to all winter.
I wore it all the time.
Absolutely, like cozy. So I was hunting Walmart for something that was as trendy as like similar, wearable. Yeah. The only thing I could find was a plush set pajama, $26.67.
Okay.
On sale.
Still on sale though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And not as good as colors. And then finally, a copper tone sports sunscreen. It was a spray, SPF 50. This again at Swap, I was like,
why so much?
Why? I think he said $7, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Why is this $7?
Why? $7.95 at Walmart. Okay. Same exact ounces, everything.
So like $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do two more. So then the other one we recently bought your dog, I think, a spiked dog collar.
Oh, really yeah. My brother's dog. Yes. The collar. Super cute. Love the light pink one.
Yes.
So cute.
So cute.
Yes.
$5 at Swap. $13.76 at Walmart.
Not surprised.
Same one. Why? Like crazy.
And then you had the tax. You're rolling out with a $16 collar.
Exactly. Well, exactly. And the Swap one was probably the same brand, if not, very close, and great quality still.
Yeah, it was so cute.
Absolutely. Okay. And then finally, Advil liquid gels, which you and I were appalled yesterday because I'm like, he said $7.
And I'm like looking at her and I'm like, this is not a deal.
Okay. I looked it up last night. What do you think?
$12.
$10.47 at Walmart. And this was Advil brand, not like a knockoff. Yeah. So still. But anyways, that kind of wraps up my Walmart versus Swap. But
it just kind of goes to show you that like everything the main stores are carrying, we also have.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, like Kristina touched on earlier in the episode, like if you are somebody who is, you know, dealing with inflation, like I said, the majority of, I feel like the US, kind of think outside of the box when buying things, because there's so much out there and you kind of just got to like go and look for it.
Right. Absolutely. And I think, you know, I think one of the number one things I hear, especially just kind of being, you know, a spectator just on the grounds, is like everyone hears a price similarly to me, right? I didn't realize it's gut punching because you're like $10 for that item. Like, whoa, why? You know, and then all of a sudden, if you really do go to other stores and see, okay, this is Walmart. Think about going to CVS when you actually need the Advil or something like that. And it's like, those are even higher priced.
Right.
You know, you want something on Amazon. Okay, you're paying for shipping and all of these other things where it's like, at the end of the day, this is the better option and better deal. And you can get all of that under one roof. And so I think give Swap a try, especially during these times, whether, you know, just to have fun and survive, but also just
tips on like how to live the same lifestyle that you want to live. You don't like you have nothing to lose.
Absolutely. Well,
that
wraps it up. So money wasn't so awkward, right?
No, I mean,
all right. So next we're going to talk about our salaries. I'm just kidding.
Let's do it.
No, but I know finances are never a fun thing to discuss, and it is something to be a little bit vulnerable about, right? And so I thank you for kind of chatting.
Of course.
About
it. You know, everyone who's listening, you're not alone.
You're not alone.
It doesn't matter.
You are not alone.
If you're making $100,000 or $20,000, everybody is kind of going through the same motions of like,
we've all had ramen.
What the flea is going on.
Yeah. So thank you. Thanks for everyone listening. We'll have the resources in the comments below if you want to take a look at any of the articles or, you know, things that I checked out.
What do we have going on this weekend?
This weekend is Lucha Libre. Don't forget. We'll see you then. It'll be a fun weekend, and all markets open June 19th for Juneteenth.
And as always, if you like this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks so much for watching. You,
me,
and the Flea.